Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret, and you may have noticed, or maybe not, that I didn't have a video last week. I was just really busy, and because of that, every time I kept thinking that I was going to have more time, I didn't. And I thought, you know, I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to film some of my life. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. But first I want to tell you, last week after I finished talking to you, I did finish this. This was that basket weave cowl, and I used that wonderful yak yarn from Bijou Basin Ranch, and I'm in love with this. I am in absolute awe of this yarn. I like the pattern, and I am going to give away some of that yarn. I would like to do it this week or next week. I'm leaving to go on my annual girls trip on a Thursday, so I'll try really hard to get that out this week, or at least prepare it so that it will be done and ready to go when I get back next Monday. So that's exciting. So then I got to teach preschoolers at Vacation Bible School, and I had completely forgotten how hard that is. I had 13 of them, and you know, you really need to be a good multitasker and have a good quick memory, and I don't. So it's quite exhausting for me to do that for just a morning each day for 5 days in a row, and it just wiped me out. But I had a great time, and it was so fun being around little people. They're just so funny. So but anyway, Monday rolled around and I hadn't done any yarn work. Tuesday rolled around and I thought, okay, well, I need to get something up for the video. Had nothing. And so Wednesday rolled around, and that's when I said, I'm going to pick up this camera and just explain. Holy moly, it's Wednesday, and I have been at Vacation Bible School all week, and I'm exhausted. But I can't stop because I have to get all my housework done, so guess what's having to suffer? Knitting, crochet, all the things that I love. I mean, just look at this laundry that I've been attacking. And that's just the clothes. You should see all the other stuff that I have to wash too, that I've been washing all along, but my goodness. So anyway, maybe Thursday will be better. And now, today is Thursday, and we've been at Vacation Bible School all morning. We've rushed home, we had our lunch, and we're cleaning up like crazy people, because then we're going to run to an appointment where Thomas has to do something. It's going to last about 3 hours, and then we have a baseball game where we'll leave directly from that appointment, go to the baseball game, and we have a friend coming over tomorrow, and the house is a wreck, so we're rushing around like crazy people. We have 20 minutes to try to clean up, so I'm bringing with me some crochet to finish a project. I don't know if I will be able to finish it with, I don't know what's happening in this thing that we're going to, but anyway, to make a long story short, I don't know if I have any yarn time today. So it's Friday, and it's 7 o'clock at night, and I'm alone. Tucker just went to take home one of Thomas's friends, and this afternoon, after we finished with the preschoolers today, we picked up the friend, we came straight home. I did a little bit of housework, and then I sat down and said, I'm going to knit. So here's what I've been knitting. This is a cowl done by holding 2 strands of Bernat alpaca. It's a bulky weight yarn, but I'm holding 2 strands together to get a super bulky, and using these great big needles that I needed to try out. So I'll let you know what I think of those soon. And this yarn was great. I really like it, and I had some more. I picked it up on a sale. I want to say it was a closeout, so I don't know if these colors are not going to be produced anymore or what, but I got it for a really good price for alpaca. But this was really no pattern. It's just garter the knit to make these ridges. But remember that for my charity work this time, I'm trying to do both something for the neck and a hat. So it may be a scarf or a cowl or whatever, because everybody seems to want the matching sets. So now I'll just need to do a hat to go with this. Now as far as those needles go, they're pretty good, and I'm going to be giving those away here shortly too. So stay tuned to my channel. So it's Saturday, and I just got through with the first of Thomas's 3 ball games today, and I made a stop by Hobby Lobby. And as you can see, cotton is on sale today for the, I love this cotton. Feels really good. I'm not really fond of cotton to work with it, but I might give this a shot. I'm in Hobby Lobby, and I've never seen this before. $6.99 regular price, but it's on sale for $9.99. What? Let me interject an explanation here. Thomas is on 2 baseball teams. This is the only time we've ever done this, but he's been played on a tournament team for years, and they have just grown so close, and this is our last year to be able to do that. In addition, school ball has started, so he did the 8th grade team last year, but then for the varsity team, it's really tough competition. So this summer, they're playing ball, combining the 8th and 9th grade, and just getting in as many games as they can. They're double headers, probably twice a week. Plus, if we play tournament ball, we have that we have to deal with on the weekends. So anyway, it's just hard to fit it all in, and I'll be really glad when the summer's over. Okay, today is Sunday, and again we had to deal with baseball because it's tournament weekend. But first we went to church, had a really good time with that because it's the minister that helped, was the founding minister of the church was there. So we got to see a lot of old friends that came, and it was really fun. And so then we went out, watched the game, or at least one of the many games, and you know, Dad stays with Thomas the whole time. Remember I told you that everybody calls me Miss Margaret for some strange reason, not just you guys, but my regular life as well. Did you catch that toward the end of the video where somebody yelled it? Yeah, Miss Margaret! You thought I was tricking, didn't you? But Maggie and I came home, and I actually am getting some knitting done. Yesterday I showed you when I went to Hobby Lobby I bought that cotton. So I am using the cotton and some new needles, the Knit Picks Cubics, if you can see that. Really nice needles, by the way. So I'm just going to have a little peace and quiet and knitting. And I am thrilled with this cotton, and we'll be buying some more of it. I love the idea of knitting cotton items, but I was using only that, you know, Lily's Sugar and Cream or whatever the other one was. And while that is good and sturdy cotton, it doesn't feel good to work with it. It's also thicker. Each strand is thicker, even though they both call themselves a number 4 worsted. The other is thick. No, I'm sorry. This is... No, I'm right. This is a number 4 worsted, but each strand is a little bit thicker on the other. This is more, this is just lighter, but it's softer. So it is I liked it. I enjoyed working with it, whereas I really don't like working with the other. So I did that typical dishcloth. My very first knitting project I ever did was this dishcloth, and boy, was that hysterical. But anyway, to make a long story short, it's great. I will buy some more of it. The Army of Tents. And then Monday was such a great day. I started it off by getting a pedicure, which is something I usually do on a regular basis in the warmer months, and had not made time to go do that. So that was quite the treat for me. And then that day we got great mail. We got our magic bands in, which is your Disney park admission for going to Disney World. It is your fast pass. It's your charge account, your charge card if you want to. You just hold it up and it, dings. So that was exciting. And then we also got this little gift from our travel agency. This just little happies, luggage tags and whatnot. And our Disney Rewards card came in. We have a Visa, a Disney Visa, and you get cash back on it when you use it for certain things. And then we just get a gift card. It's like a gift card, and you use it like cash. So we had redeemed our points in and got that. So it was like such great mail, yeah. And then Thomas had to be back at the school for 4:15 to get ready for a double header. Now we're in the concession stand at the school, and no time to do any knitting in here. See, here we have the baseball game going out right there. So between regular life, like going to the grocery store and trying to fit exercise in and doing all the things that I'm responsible for, I just don't have much to show. So, and it'll probably be like that for a little while. Now hopefully I can get some done on my girls trip, like when we're sitting around early in the morning drinking coffee and visiting, and that'll be great. So I didn't get anything done last year. But one time I took it and I did a whole bunch of crocheted scrap hats to be given away, so that was good. So I'm hopeful. Now I thought this would be a great time here in June to check on my goals. You remember in January, for the first time I made crafty goals. Let's see how I'm doing. Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret, and it's a new year, 2015. I'm feeling really hopeful. Work through that scraps stash. So that's my #1 priorities. I want to work that stash down that I have of all those bits and tidbits everywhere. So I'm proud to say that I actually did work that stash down. And then I dove into my existing stash because I wasn't buying any yarn, and then I created a whole bunch more bits and bobs. So while I give myself a check mark for working down the used scraps, I have to start over to do it again because I've created more. So is that good or is that bad? I will allow myself to buy yarn if there is something specific, and then my only other exception will be if there is a massive yarn sale that allows coupons as well. And I'm proud to say that I did buy yarn 2 times and it fell into each of those categories. I was looking specifically for the Swish DK to go on sale, but I ended up buying something else instead, and I'll show you that when I get ready to start the project. And it was on sale, and it was for a specific project. I was trying to do that. I'll talk about it later. And then there was a big sale. I think it was Joanne, and so I did buy a bunch of, and I showed that to y'all, and it did meet all the criteria, so good for me. But how much longer? Pick me! And that was to represent the fact that I have plenty yarn, and I was supposed to be using the yarn that I already have, which I did. I'd made a big dent in my existing yarn stash. So it needs reorganizing, so I might need to go up there and show. Not now though. I want to use some of my currently owned paid patterns. I have purchased some patterns, I have books, I have some magazines. I haven't done well on this. Okay, another thing that I want to do is just improve my knitting skills in general. I really want to learn to make a good mitten. Now I would say I have accomplished that goal because I have made a great mitten. Now the secret for making these mittens, for me that is, was the discovery of the 9-inch cord. You can see I'm almost through with this one. I have the thumb to do. Actually, I have 1 or 2 more rows of this, then the thumb, and I'll be finished. So I would say that was a plus. Another one is I want to work with the tiny yarn and the tiny needles. Tiny yarn, tiny needles. And also I did that entire shawl that Diane, Farm Wife 99, had given me. So that was exciting. I finished the whole thing. Lots of practice there. But knitting color work is also a big goal. I love color work. Failure. I haven't done any color work at all. And all of that is written right here. And I could keep track of it weekly. That didn't last long. Oh, and I also have a little note over here that I want to fix my flatbed machine. Haven't done that either. I have my healthy goals. My organizational goals. But it's not my fault. I have been throwing away, I have been giving things away. We're having this big church-wide garage sale for a fundraiser, and so I've been gathering up a lot of things that I want to donate. That's good, but then of course we're selling the Oxford house and we bring home all of that stuff, and now we're going to have Tyler's stuff coming in, so as fast as I get rid of it, more stuff is coming in, so I found something on Facebook called Declutter 365. I was going great guns with them, but then I fell off because they were doing things I had already done, and then they did some like really weird things that didn't even apply to me, and so I lost track of that. My word for the year is simplify. I just want to simplify everything. I overcomplicate everything. I think I probably still do that. But all in all, I've done pretty well with my crafty goals, I'll have to say. So I am patting myself on the back for that, not getting too down on myself for not following through with some of them. But the year's not over, so I can still work on those. So thanks for stopping by. Look forward to the upcoming giveaways and reviews, and you just never know what the future holds. Talk to you soon. Bye. Well, hello. I was just thinking about you. Come on in.